Hello, everybody. Happy blissful day, morning, evening to you guys. Hello, hello, hello. Let me know if you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, drop me a one in the chat. So good to see everybody. Awesome, awesome. Everybody can hear me. Nice. Hello. How are you guys feeling today? How are you feeling? Yo, man, today is our last day, man. Wow, this 5 days went so quick, so fast. Super, super, super quick. It's good to see everybody. Wow, man. Okay. Let me know how you're feeling in the chat. Okay. Just go on. Awesome. Yeah, so good to see everybody. No, man. Yeah, like this week has been so freaking awesome. Positive. Okay, Alexandra says she feels, positive. I love it. Man, yeah, welcome. It's just so good to see everybody. It's been awesome hanging out this 5 days. I really enjoyed it. And it's just been so freaking amazing seeing everybody's, shifts, like how you guys, because just to quickly recap. So in day one, we spoke about how to discover your purpose, how to discover your path, and also like what is it you really really want, and you guys became very very clear in day one in what it is you want. And in the day two, we spoke about how to overcome procrastination. And so many of you guys actually overcome or you overcame procrastination, man. And day three, we spoke about how to conquer imposter syndrome. So, what is imposter syndrome? It's basically when you doubt yourself, when you don't feel good enough, you don't feel worthy, and you guys conquer that, man. And yesterday we spoke about releasing money blocks. And what are money blocks? Money blocks basically just anything in your head that tells you that you can't be wealthy, successful, or you can't achieve your money goals. Okay. And then today we're going to talk about how to shift into the version of yourself who already has your desires. How to shift into the version of yourself who already has your desires. But you guys have been hanging out with me for 5 days now, right? 5 full days. And yeah, let me know, how are you feeling after this 5 days? Just let me know. So today we're now going to get into our lesson for today, which is how to shift your self concept to the version of yourself who already has all your dreams. Okay. So we're going to share how to shift your self concept to the version of yourself who already has your dreams, because you guys made so much strides, shifts, and so proud of you, because day one we spoke about how to be clear. You see, a lot of people are not clear. They jump from one shiny object to another, and they're inconsistent. You guys became clear in day one, right? Drop a chat in drop a number one in the chat if you are clear in what it is you want now. Let me know if you're clear, because day one we made it clear that you are now clear. Okay, drop a one in the chat if you're clear in what it is you desire now. Awesome. Love it. And day two, we talked about how to overcome procrastination, right? Now, procrastination is an addiction, because a lot of entrepreneurs are addicted to not doing what they're supposed to do. And you guys overcame procrastination, right? So drop a two in the chat if you think you feel like you now overcame procrastination. Okay, Wilma, awesome. Love it. Janet, awesome. Wonderful. Look at you guys, man. Rock stars. Wow. Rock stars. Hey. And day three, we talked about how to overcome um, imposter syndrome. What is imposter syndrome? Imposter syndrome is when you doubt yourself, when you don't feel good enough, when you don't feel worthy. And then I showed you guys, how to conquer imposter syndrome, because I shared with you, hey, listen, you are diamond. The story that you've been telling yourself is not true. It's BS. It's just a belief system because you a diamond. So even if you find a diamond and it's filled with poop and pee and all that stuff, you the first thing you're gonna do is freaking clean, wash that diamond because you know the value of the diamond. And you guys discover that you are worthy as you are. So the story doesn't serve you. Okay. So drop a three in the chat if you feel like you are now worthy. You know your worth. Okay. Awesome. I love that. Wonderful guys. Wow, look at you. Rock stars. And day four, which was yesterday, we talked about how to release money blocks. And money blocks is basically any thought, idea, or belief in your head that tells you that you can't be wealthy, you can't be successful, you can't achieve your goals. And we discovered that that was all just BS. It's just a story. And if the story does not serve you, what does it do? If the story does not serve you, what does the story do to you? It controls you. So if the story, and then I shared with you guys, hey, listen here. If whatever tells you in your head that you cannot be wealthy and successful, all you need to do is just subscribe from it and put on a new story. So if you've actually put on a new story and if you did your homework yesterday, drop a four. Drop a four in the chat. Awesome. Love it. I love it, guys. You guys freaking you like, oh man, you did so well. And also, so I mean, I just want to say that you making my heart smile. You are literally just uh, 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 the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because the fact that because I know that my work is of high service, and some of you guys have been struggling for years with procrastination. You've been struggling for years with imposter syndrome, and look at you now. You are now free. You've really kind of really felt that shift. So what I want to ask before we get into our final lesson, how to shift identities, your self-concept, I just want to ask a few of you guys to just kind of share with everybody on here, um, how are you feeling, like what has changed since day one, what notices have you seen in your life. So if you could just quickly come on, yeah, and just share, turn on your video, turn on your mic, and just kind of share to say that because day one you obviously know what you experienced and how you felt, and now we're in day five. So I want to ask you, like, just to kind of quickly come up and share your your changes, your shifts, and like how do you actually see yourself now, how do you see the world now. Um, so Wilma says that view of myself, understanding worth now. I love that. Is there anyone that would like to come up just and share in video, like what problems have they now seen resolved in their lives, and what specific results actually stood out for this 5 days? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Alexander said, I haven't seen anything in the 3D yet, but inside yet more value and more worth. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like, how do you, because you know how you kind of felt or how you seen. But anyway, so what we can do is we can do that later on after the lesson. Then we can have a few people actually share, with us if there's no one there. Okay. And we can have a few people share. Okay. Let's get into today's lesson. Self concept. So, what is self concept? Your self concept is how you see yourself and what you believe to be true about yourself. Now, most entrepreneurs actually see themselves as struggling, they see themselves as stuck, they see themselves as trying, and they see themselves as waiting. Okay. Now, my question to you is, and I want you to be honest with you, how do you see yourself at this moment? Currently, right now, how do you see yourself? And what do you normally say to yourself every day? How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as struggling? Do you see yourself as stuck? Do you see yourself as waiting for
Should
your results? Do you see yourself
should we
as
type that or
actually see, how do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? You can just in the chat, Riza. Okay, Ma says this is okay, it's gone now. I haven't seen it. Okay. But anyway, yeah, share in the chat with me, guys. How do you currently see yourself? Okay, Wilma says, waiting currently, seeing myself moving forward, getting tools ready for business. Okay, okay, right, okay. And there's a reason why I'm asking you guys these questions. Ma says, waiting currently. Okay, how do you guys see yourself? Yeah, still waiting period. Janet says, I see myself as an entrepreneur struggling to get clients, right? Okay, waiting. We are still in a waiting period. Okay, right. Okay, so now, as I mentioned, that your self concept is how you see yourself and what you believe to be true about yourself. Now, the reason why most, okay, even Alexandra said, yeah, stuck, even though I know my worth, I'm starting to see myself as more deserving of great things. Okay, okay. Oh, T, that's huge. I love that. Okay, Nelly says, I see a person with potential but stuck at zero, trying to live above all that. Okay. Riza says, right now, Reza says now right now self-doubt, anxiety, not confident, have anything. Okay. Okay, no thanks guys. Thanks for sharing and I really appreciate your honesty. Okay. So now as I mentioned that your self-concept is how you see yourself and what you believe to be true about yourself. Now here's the thing, however you currently see yourself is what is actually going to show up in your business, whether you like it or not. I'm going to share my white screen here with you. But now I've got some good news for you. See, because like you exist in three planes, right? You exist in the 3D, okay, in the oopsie, in the 4D. Can you guys see my whiteboard? Just drop a one in the chat if you can see my whiteboard. Okay, awesome. Okay, so you exist in three planes. Okay, you exist in the 5D, the 4D, and the 3D. Okay, so what is the 3D? The 3D is basically this reality. Everything that you can see with your eyes, your body, your business, clients, and stuff like that. This is basically your current self, the 3D. And the 4D is your mind. Okay, it's your mind or your imagination. Okay, right? And 5D is oneness, God, spirit. Let's just put God here or spirit. Say spirit there. Uh, spirit. Okay, Wilma is not seeing it. Okay. Uh, hmm. Can you guys see my whiteboard? I don't see it. Okay, one. Okay, not seeing. Okay, buddy. Okay, so Wilma, I'm not too sure why you can't see it because the other people can see it. The other guys can see it. Okay, you guys can see it, right? So now you exist in three planes: 3D, 4D, 5D. Okay. Now you are a spiritual being having a human experience. Now the spirit in you is unlimited, it's infinite, and it's one with God, it's one with the universe, and it really wants to actually assist you. It wants to, guide you. It's just waiting on you to tap into it. Okay. So now the problem is the reason why a lot of people are struggling is because they are only here in the 3D. They are trying to do everything themselves. Okay. They're trying to do everything themselves. Now, if I had to ask you now, have you been trying to achieve your goals by yourself before you did this 5 day challenge? Yes or no? And be honest with me. Okay. Yes. And of course, that's why you're struggling, because I mean, like, same with me as well. I used to struggle, all these years because I tried to do everything on myself with my body. But now the problem is you are not just this body. Okay. You see, I know that I'm not just this body because um, I am also not just my thoughts or my feelings. I'm also not just my name because I can become aware of my name. I can become aware of my body. I can also become aware of my thoughts and my feelings. I can actually observe my thoughts and my feelings now. So I know that I'm not my body. Okay. Right. So if I'm not my body, then who am I? I'm that awareness that's actually aware of my body, which is spirit or God or universe. Okay. Because if your body dies right now, your spirit still lives forever. Your spirit is eternal. Now, science call that energy. Now we know from science, according to science, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. In other words, energy is eternal, or rather infinite. Okay. Now here's the thing: in order for you to manifest your desires, you have to go here in the 4D in your mind, because your mind is the factory. So that's where everything is made. Your mind is the factory, right? So the view that I showed you now, I actually, my family and I, we live right on the beach front. Okay. Now, the way I manifested this beachfront apartment was by literally coming into my mind first. So I basically saw myself in my mind living here, and I felt the feelings that I would feel if I had to be in this apartment before I even moved in. So I used my mind, and I basically became the beachfront apartment owner first in my mind. And when I manifested my wife, I used to be single and miserable. While I was single, I had to go in my mind in the factory, and I saw myself blissfully married in my mind while I was single. And I asked myself, how will I feel if I had to be married? And I felt those feelings. And then when I wanted to manifest $1 million in my telecoms business, I used to be stuck. I was struggling. And I had to first go in my mind to see myself as a $1 million business owner in my mind, and ask myself, how will I feel? How will I feel if it were true? Hey, um, who's doing this now? Okay. Um, so is that spirit? Spirit's got a sense of humor. I'm just joking, man. But anyway, so here's the thing, guys. The only reason why you're struggling is because you are trying to do it on your own in the 3D. You have to understand that you exist in three planes. You exist in the 3D, which is your body, the 4D, which is your mind, your imagination, so the spirit, which is the power that is within you or around you. And when you want to manifest any desires, all you have to do is go in your mind and accept that you are now the version who has your desires. And then you then give it to spirit, to God, and you say, thank you that it's done. God, spirit, universe will then sort it out for you, because it's all one dream team happening. And close the whiteboard. Okay. So that's how I basically um, manifest all my desires. That's how I teach my clients how to manifest their desires, is because you have to understand that you are not just this body. You are an imagination, 4D, which is in your mind, and you are 5D, which is the spirit around you and within you. So then, in order for you to manifest your desires, you just have to ask yourself, okay, what do you really, really want? So let's just say, for example, you want to be a successful business owner. Now, there is a version of you who is already successful in your mind. I want you guys to close your eyes for a second. And I just want you to imagine that you are now a successful business owner. And I want you to imagine that you've now reached all your goals. And I just want you to imagine that you had the best year ever. And I want you to imagine that you are now in your dream home. You now drive your dream cars. You have your dream family relationship. And I just want you to feel how you would feel if this had to be true. Just feel those feelings. Would you feel excited? Would you feel joyful? Would you feel happy? Would you feel grateful? I just want you to feel the feelings of being this successful entrepreneur, business owner. And I want you to see in your bank account just all these payment notifications, thousands, hundred thousands, millions. And whilst you're seeing this, I want you to have a big smile in your face, and I want to see some teeth. Big smile on your face, and I want to see some teeth. Okay? And how does it make you feel? Okay, now I want you to open your eyes. Now, what I'm going to tell you now is very, very important. Very, very important. So, the mere fact that you could actually see your dream home, your dream cars, your dream family, and see the success in your business means that it exists. It already exists. All you need to do now is just to remain faithful to this new identity, this new self concept. In other words, you now have to start seeing yourself this way. You now have to start talking to yourself this way. When I manifested my wife, I was, as I said, I was single, I was miserable, but I knew, I understood the law of assumption. So all I had to do is just say, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am a blissful husband. Even though I was single, I said I was a blissful husband because I knew that implied that I was already blissfully married. Because I knew that in my mind, I am already blissfully married. And I would just close my eyes and see my wife and I dance, walking on the beach, and I would feel that joy. I would feel that bliss. And you know what happened? After 3.5 months, boom, I manifested it. And we've been married for 4 years now, and our marriage is blissful. It is literally everything that I could have asked for. And it's just getting better and better and better. Sometimes I have to do this. I have to pinch myself and say, whoa, is this shit actually real? But then I remembered I manifested it because I said I want a blissful marriage, not just any marriage. I want a blissful marriage. And now I'm actually experiencing it. Same with my telecoms business. I was stuck at 300K and I really wanted to take it to $1 million. And all I had to do is just go in my mind and accept that I am now already the blissfully or the $1 million business owner. And within 9 months, boom, we hit our first $1 million. So why am I telling you this? Because this is not just who, this is real. You have to understand your mind is the prime reality. Your mind is the real reality. Your mind is the factory. So everything is first made in your mind and then it gets pushed out into this 3D world. So all you have to do is just accept that you are now this successful entrepreneur or whatever your desire is. And you have to start thinking, feeling, acting, and talking to yourself like you are now this person. And you just remain faithful to this new version. And what will then happen is God, spirit, universe, whatever you call that power, will then make it so. Because remember, everything is within you. So there's nothing outside of you. You don't have to wait for anything outside of you. You don't have to wait for the moon, for energy healers, for tarot cards. Yes, that stuff is cool. Yeah, all good. But you don't have to wait on that because everything is already within you. God is within you. Your mind, your imagination is within you. Your body is within you. So you can literally decide, okay, I already have my desires. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am this, that, any other. And you just remain faithful to this new version. And what then happens is everything in your 3D will start to change. So basically what will happen is things in your 3D start going to start catching up to your new mindset because your mind is now different. It's not how you used to see yourself as struggling, as stuck, No, you see yourself as wealthy, abundant, successful, thriving, booming. And you remain faithful to that new mindset. Your 3D then starts to reflect your new mindset. If that makes sense, drop a 7 in the chat. Let's see what Gugu says here. Okay. Imagination creates reality. That's right. That's right. That's right. Thanks, Gabriel. Makes perfect sense. Yep. And how do you deal with? Okay, yeah, we're gonna talk about that now. Um, with stuff. So yeah, the point that I want to make now is that it's very important to understand that you exist in 3 planes. The 5D, which is spirit. Spirit is there to help you, especially if you feel some type of way, if you feel doubtful and all that. And the 4D, which is your imagination, your mind, where the factory is. So you just have to basically go in the 4D and boom, everything is done. And then the 3D, which is your body. So your job is to, all you have to do is just go in your mind right now and just see yourself like you would want to see yourself. Like you see the exercise that I actually did with you guys now? That's basically what you do. And you ask yourself, how will I think if I had to have my desire now? How will I think? How will I feel? How will I act? What will I actually say to myself? Example, now that I'm a successful entrepreneur, how am I thinking? Wow, I'm just thinking, whoa, okay, if it can work for this, it can work for that. So I'm going to actually start another business. I'm going to create a stream of income because I know that I am worthy. I can do anything. So that's how my thinking as a successful entrepreneur. How am I feeling? Wow, man, I feel so free now. I can do anything. I feel so grateful. I feel so happy. And I feel so relieved now that everything is now falling into place. And how am I acting? Now I get to help family members. I get to help friends. I get to, invest. I get to save. I get to share more value with my clients and my community. And what am I saying to myself? Wow, you made it, bro. I knew that you could make it. Wow, well done. Gabriel, man, wow, well done, man. I'm so happy, bro. Well, freaking done. I knew you could make it. Look at you. Look at you. I knew you could make it, man. Well done. Yes. See, that's how you think, feel, act, and talk to yourself. And when you do that, it may seem like, oh, that you are actually creating, you are actually shifting, you are actually aligning. Because when it comes to manifestation, it does not take time, it takes alignment. This is you here, you are stuck, you are struggling. That's your 2.0 version. All you need to do is just shift into your 2.0 version. You have to shift into your 2.0 version. You have to align to your 2.0 version. And once you align, your 3D then starts to reflect the change. If that makes sense, drop a 10 in the chat. Okay. So you guys, you guys get it. You guys get it because you have made so much shifts during this 5 days, which you should be so proud, of yourself. I mean, you guys have showed up, you have done the homework, you went through your yes, I know sometimes it was obviously, a little bit challenging for, especially for those actually kind of sharing, but the mere fact, because you have to understand, whenever you share, you become more of what you share. It's like the breakthrough is actually becoming so much more apparent. And when I know that obviously sometimes it's not so it's not so easy to share, because you're like, oh well, I'm a bit shy, I'm a bit that, I'm a bit that, but it's like when you share, it's just everybody gets so inspired. So I want to ask a few of you guys now just to come on here and just share, how was your 5 day experience? What have you learned? What has changed? What I just want to ask a few of you guys, like Nelly or Janet, just to come up here and share, like, just share, how was this 5 day experience for you? What has changed? What have you learned? How are you feeling? Okay, who wants to share? Nelly, would you like to share? Janet, who would like to share? I'm not I'm not a place where I can talk. Oh, okay. Okay. Who would like to share? Yes, yes. And we know that you just joined, Riza. We know you just joined. Um yeah, I'd love anyone. Okay, Nelly. Awesome. Awesome. Nelly's gonna come share. Okay, Nelly, you can put on your video, and also your mic. Awesome. Yeah, let's all say congratulations to Nelly in the chat.
Thank
Hey.
you, thank you, thank you. Even the smile has changed. Oh my God. Thank you for an
Oh,
amazing. Thank you
whoa,
so
I can
much.
see you glowing, man. You're glowing. From
Only
like the
five,
day one. Hey, day one, when I saw you on day one, you were like, hey, you just, hey, look
like
at you now. The big smile, the teeth. Oh, man. Wow.
5 days. I cannot imagine what life will be like, going through your whole course. So I'm manifesting some money so that I can, become your student. Because if 5 days can change somebody like this, it's amazing. So I was always checking my mailbox because I applied. I think I applied 3 times, if not 4 times. I really needed this
Mm,
because so what have I gained without too many stories? What have I gained so far within these 5 days? It's clarity, number one, because day one was all about us having that clarity. What do I really want? What is it
mm,
that is stopping me? So I realized that I'm the one stopping myself, to be honest. I cannot blame anybody or anything or any country or any politician. It's all
mm,
on me.
mm,
So for me, it's a good starting point, because if somebody doesn't know or tries to shift the blame to Gabriel, then it means they cannot take any steps to
mm,
correct any situation. So I'm happy that I realized on the first day, when I think it was Juliet who was on, the answer that I wrote for the question about what's stopping you was two capital letters, me,
mm,
M-E.
mm,
So So I decided, I said, I'm not going to stop myself anymore. Why? Because my son is not going to have a good future. Yet his mom is so skilled, so determined, so such a fighter. But
Mm,
somehow, when I'm about to, I block myself. So
mm.
day two, I think that's when I came on and you said, I want you
Yeah.
to launch the course. I said, oh my God, it's a tomorrow is a it was on a Saturday. So I said, tomorrow is a Sunday. But then that same day I could still hear your voice, launch, launch, launch. So I launched I launched about 3 courses and
Wow.
I'm still on it. I'm still launching right now. Every time I go live on TikTok, I come back, I launch more and more. I'm just bombarding the whole universe with courses because
Mm,
my mindset is now in a better place. And then on Sunday, I actually left church service. I came back home quickly so that I could be here for 2 p.m. because we had communion service. And
yeah.
you said if you, as in, I'm not quoting, if you believe in God, ask God for help. It dawned
Mm,
on me. I even told my daughter, I said, I've been trying to build this thing by myself.
mm,
My prayer life has just taken 300 steps back. I'm like, I want to do this. I want to do this. I'm doing this, and then I'm not doing anything. So you said that between my main service and communion, when I went to communion service, the heavens heard me. I really
mm.
prayed. I said, Holy Spirit, help me. You gave me talent, but I need to take a step. So I'm in a totally different place,
Place.
and
And
there
what did
was
you, what problem did the 5 day challenge help you solve? What,
the
just
five
one
days
problem.
helped me solve the procrastination, really.
Mm,
Knowing what to do and saying, I'll do it tomorrow. So it's been, I'll do it tomorrow since 2023. I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow. By
mm.
tomorrow, I will do it and complete it. But then I'm
Wow,
like,
now you've launched not one, not two, but 3 courses. You go on TikTok live, you're on the road. Wow, man. Wow,
not
that's
even,
amazing.
not even 3, because I'm a course developing machine. I had courses,
Mm,
Gabriel, more
mm.
than 10 courses. I
Wow.
was just watching them like this, and then I see somebody, oh, I've launched a project management course. I've made 10K. I'm like, I've got a project management course, but
Mm,
so the problem of procrastination and the imposter syndrome as well.
mm,
Seeing somebody doing exactly what I do and thinking, they are better, but no,
mm.
we
Wow.
know we know the same thing, but
Mm, mm,
and then comparing yourself, they are better, so maybe if I launch my course it won't do well. And then today again was amazing. So for me it was procrastination, the
mm.
self-image as
Yeah.
well, and I've come out with determination, knowing who I am. I'm going to use my mirror. I'll be talking every day, which is something
Mm,
that we are
yeah.
taught in church. And I was not even doing it anymore because I was in my 3D.
Amazing. Yeah. No, thank you so much, Ellie. Wow. Thank you and
Thank you,
congratulations.
everyone. Thank you,
Wonderful.
Gabriel.
Everybody say congratulations to Nelly. Wow. That's so
Thank you,
freaking amazing.
everyone. Thank you.
Cheers, Nelly.
Cheers. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Is there anyone else that would like to come up to share, just what problem did the 5 day challenge help you solve? And what specific, result or moment actually stood out for you? Anyone else would like to come up? And Patrice says here that I can't join now, but Gabriel, I manifested my car yesterday. Oh, wow. Congratulations. I manifested my car yesterday. The key for me was, like you said, stay faithful to your dreams. Daily, it's a daily, experience. Yeah. A daily practice. Yeah. And what I also want, to, provide for you guys, because I know that, okay, so my to if like Nelly just said that, Just imagine if 5 days had to do this to you in your life. Just 5 days. Just imagine if you had to work with me together for 6 months, how your life and your business will transform if you had to work with me for 6 months. I mean, you've gotten so much value out of this 5 days. You know, I just want you to imagine if you had to work with me, for 6 months. But what I want to do is just because I want to provide you guys with a link, and you can book a 1 hour single private coaching session with me. So it's just going to be me and you for 1 hour single. Okay, now it's not free. You have to pay for it, right? But what this 1 hour single is going to do is I will be able to work with you. I'm going to find out exactly what are the root issues that you are going through, and we're going to clear that on a cellular level. And then I'm going to give you homework to do. And that homework that I'm going to give you to do will automatically shift you to the version of yourself who has your desires. And then after that, you're going to see how much value you're getting from that as well. And then you'll then contact me to work with me on my 6 month coaching program. Okay. So I'm going to give you this link for the ones that are actually serious about making 2025, your best year. As I said, it's not free, it's paid, but you're going to work with me privately, just me and you, for 1 hour. And during that 1 hour, we're going to deal with all the issues. I'm going to help you clear, like the 5 days that you guys have experienced. It's like basically just touch the surface. Okay. During this 1 hour, I'll be able to go deeper with you. And also, I'm going to give you homework to do every single day. And that homework will then shift you into the version of yourself who has your desires. So, for those that are serious, I want you to click on that link, book your 1 hour session, because I want to ensure that 2025 is your best year yet. If I can live, you have to understand, I grew up in one of the most dangerous woods in Johannesburg, South Africa. I saw people getting killed, stabbed, shot. I jumped over bodies. But here am I now living in the most beautiful city in the world. So Cape Town has been voted the most beautiful city in the world. I live on this beachfront apartment. I have an amazing, blissful family. Listen, if this can happen to me, I was supposed to be a statistic, probably dead by now. If it can happen to me, it can happen to you as well. So, for those that are serious, I want you to click on that link, book that 1 hour session with me. Let's go deeper. And then, as I said, later on, you will then contact me for my 6 month coaching program. Now, the 6 months is next level. It's like a whole nother level, you know? Okay. So, but for those, as I said that, so I want you to see that as an investment. See it as you investing in yourself and really making moves for yourself. And yourself will definitely thank you. If you gotten so much value for this 5 days, just think about if I had to actually share like the real stuff with you guys. This was just introduction, but yet you got so much value. Okay. So now we have time for questions. So if you have questions for me, now you can ask. If you have any questions for me, don't hesitate.
Hi,
You can ask.
hi everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Lisa, yeah. Can you hear you?
Okay, so I do have a question. So thank you for the exercise you did um, to just give
Mm-hmm.
an indication of how to manifest something with the feeling. and seeing it in the 4D reality.
Yeah.
I would like to know when you said that, you took 3 months to manifest your wife and your family and where you live. When you that 3 months when it took you to meet your wife, when you started manifesting it, is it normal for yourself to, in that 3 months, when you're doing the,
Riza, just put your mic on again. And then
uh,
I think I got the rest. You said that during when I manifested my wife during the 3 months, what happened? If you could just just
okay,
carry on.
yes, that's correct. You are on track on that. So my question was, in that 3 months, I assume that because this is what I have experienced, I would do the meditations, I would do the manifesting, I would tap into my 4D reality and my imagination because I really feel that the imagination is very powerful. And
Yeah,
I would then leave it up to God, and I would tell myself not to focus on the how to, because the how to is none of my
yeah,
business. The
yeah,
God and the 5D spirit universe, what you're calling that, will then, it is that it is that version's job or that reality's job to ensure that it happens. You just
mhm,
need to you just need to know that it's happening. But is it normal for the mind? How is it that for me sometimes it will happen for 2 days where I will get the feeling and I will be able to visualize it. But I would say maybe the third day or whatever because of distractions. How did you deal with that in your three? How were you committed and how were you loyal to that version consistently for that 3 months in order to make it happen? Because am I correct in saying that
yeah. That's
does it still happen if there's a break in your thoughts on that
Yeah, that's a good
manifesting?
question. Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question. So basically, like during the 3.5 months when I was manifesting my wife, sometimes I would actually go out of state, and I would kind of doubt myself. I was like, is this really gonna happen? You know, and but the one thing that actually brought me back and reminded me that yes, it has already happened was that my imagination is actually the prime reality. So your mind is actually the real reality. So the moment you accept it in your mind, it's done. It's a done deal because you are not creating. You are basically just shifting. You are aligning. You're basically shifting states. So you're going from Gabriel, who is single, to Gabriel, who is now blissfully married. And the moment you tell yourself that, okay, this is who I am now, it's done. It's a done deal. And even though you find that, you doubt yourself and you basically like, oh, yeah, is this going to happen? You just have to like tell yourself, no, my imagination is the real reality. So it's already done. Okay. It's already done. And then now the 5D is basically when you, let's just say, for example, you feel like, but how is it going to come? How is it going to come? That's not your job. That's the 5D's job. That is God's job. That is Spirit's job. That's the universe job. Your job is just to be thankful for what you have right now. So, in other words, you should uh, be thankful for the now and forget the how. So, give the how to God and be thankful for the now. So, as long as you just know that, okay, because I've accepted that it is a done deal, it's a done deal, irrespective what my thoughts says, my emotion says, stuff like that. It's because you are the creator. If you say that it is done, it is done. You know what I mean? If you say it's done, it's done. So to answer your question, when you go through this process, it's normal for us to doubt. It's normal for us to question how is it going to come. It's normal to feel like, oh, well, it's like, because we are all human and our emotions always constantly go up and down, up and down. But as long as you can just come back to your wish fulfilled, just come back to being the blissfully married man and know that it is done, then everything will be fine. But if you actually kind of contradict yourself and then you stay there as the single man and forget about your desire altogether, then you're delaying the process. You see, you're delaying the process. If you do find yourself doubting, asking how, that's fine. You're human. We all do that. But then you have to make sure come back to your new self concept, come back to your new identity and say, hey, I am the blissfully married man. And I love being the blissfully married man because it makes me feel like this. I'm thinking like this. And this is how am I talking to myself. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am blissfully married. I'm so happy and grateful for my blissful wife. I'm so happy and grateful that everything is so awesome and it's just getting better all the time, every time. Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. That's it. Now, by me doing that, I'm back in state. I'm back in my wish fulfilled. Okay. So I hope I answered your question, Riza. So, but basically, that's how you deal with it. Okay.
Thank you
So,
for that,
Janet,
Gabriel. I understand it.
awesome, awesome stuff. You're welcome. So, Janet says, what happens if I relapse back to my old habits? Yeah, we just answered, the question. If you relapse back to your old habits, just come back to your new habits. Simple as that. Wilma says, I struggle sometimes with shifting for manifesting. Okay, you have to stop seeing yourself as struggling. You have to tell yourself that you are a master at manifesting and that it happens easy in your sleep. So change how you talk to yourself. Okay. And oh, cool. So it was only those two questions. Awesome stuff. So to quickly recap what we spoke about today, everything that you desire right now is in your mind. I want you to see your dream car right now, your dream home, your dream relationship. See the amount of money that you desire. Everything that you desire is already in your mind. Your job is just to ask yourself, what do you really, really want? What do you want? What do you really, really want? And then accept and assume that you have it now. Not tomorrow, not later, not next week, now. Accept and assume that you have it now. And then remain faithful to this new version. Okay? Remain faithful. So if you do find that you doubt yourself, that's okay. Just come back. Come back to your wish fulfilled. And if you get to stay into your wish fulfilled, at least say 60, 70% of the day, Bob's your uncle. Your 3D has no choice but to conform because it's a law. The law states whatever you assume in your mind to be true will be true for you in your reality. It's a law. If I drop this beanie right now, it's going to drop boom. Do you know why? Because the law of gravity took it down. Now, similarly with your desires. Now, the only reason why so many people are struggling to manifest is because they doubt themselves. They don't believe. Yeah, they read about the law of assumption, they watch videos about the law of assumption, but they don't believe it. They don't believe it. Because if you actually believed it, you would have had all your desires. You don't believe it. You actually think it's bullshit. You think it's Mickey Mouse. You don't believe it. That's why it's not working for you. It's time to start believing it. It's time to start believing it. Stop playing games. Just believe that it will work for you and stop doubting yourself. That's why I started this challenge with day one to be clear. What do you really want? And day two, so that you can stop with procrastination. And day three, to start believing in yourself, stop doubting yourself. And day four, to remove all the money blocks. And day five, and I'll bring everything together and say, hey, everything is already within you. Just accept and assume that you have it now. And that's it. And all these videos that we did, I actually posted it on YouTube as well. So you can watch it on YouTube maybe if you just have to remind yourself and stuff like that and get more, acquainted with the with the information. But I just want to say that I'm so proud of each and every one of you guys. Just watching how you guys shifted the aha moment you got, but you guys actually showing up, you guys actually doing the work, you guys actually shifting. It was so beautiful, and that's why I love my job, because my job is of high service, and I get compensated, um, and I'm grateful. Okay, so can you show us the view again? Yeah, sure, yeah. Let me show you guys the view again. 1 second, 1 second. Just 1 second. I'll show you the view. Okay, can you see the view? Look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. Look at how beautiful that is. Look at that, man. I manifested this shit. If I can do it, you can do it too. Look at that. Look at that, man. Right? Look at that. Did you see the view? Did you manage to see the view? And let's see what you say. Amazing, yes. Amazing, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so my favorite song is now The Ocean. So I go to bed and I hear the ocean. I wake up, I hear the ocean. It's beautiful. It's awesome. And my son Om, he always reminds my wife and I to watch the sunset. He's like, sunset, sunset, sunset. He's like so used to the sunset now. Sometimes we forget, and he's like, whoa, sunset, sunset, sunset. It's beautiful, man. It's actually beautiful. It's just so beautiful, you know. So Alexandra says that I'll be on that beach one day. Yes, for sure. Like it's not even like, one day. It's literally you just going in your imagination right now and see yourself, feel the sand, hear the ocean, just feel, that breeze hitting you, and just accepting that, yeah, this is me, this is the new me. And you'll see that your 3D will rearrange itself, and next thing you know, boom, you find yourself on the beach. You know, you find yourself on the beach. Awesome. Yeah, cool, man. So, Janet, such a happy man. I love every witness. Okay, no, awesome. All right. Yeah, I'm retiring by the beachside. Yeah, no, awesome, awesome, guys. So, yeah, I just want to say that thank you so much for everyone actually participating. And I'm so glad, for you guys showing up. Like I said, you should be so proud of yourself. And thank you so much again, everybody. So I just want you to unmute, say bye to everybody, and I will then see you guys maybe via email when you send that video and stuff like that. So you can just
It
unmute.
was nice meeting you all. It was nice
Awesome.
meeting you guys.
Hi,
And yeah.
Thank you for your time, Gabriel. Really
You're
appreciate it.
welcome.
Thank you so
Sammy.
much, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. It was
Thank you,
also very
Gabriel. Bye,
great.
thank you,
everyone.
Gabriel.
Welcome, guys. Bye, guys. I will see you. Catch you
Bye.
later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.